Yo, welcome back to the podcast, guys. I'm back. I'm happy. I am lively, unlike the last episode, which was severely hungover. And with Sam. Say hi, Sam.
Hello, mate. And the last episode was with Mark because you blew
No,
out.
the last episode with myself. So, topic today is I did a video recently, which I stole off R. Davis with his permission, of course. He's actually featuring in the video. So when this comes out on Monday, my video will drop on the Tuesday. And it's about the difference in pricing between materials from different wholesalers in and around, then to online wholesalers. So we did I've not really told Sam much about this, but we did a video where we went to 6 different wholesalers. That's six different wholesalers around Stafford as a walk-in cash buyer. So the people which I had an account on, I just told them to ignore it and just give me a price like I was walking off the street. Didn't tell them why, because at the moment I think I went to them or did a YouTube video, they would alter the prices.
Yeah, for sure, 100%.
So
before you carry on, I just want to say, got to go to our sponsors. These shows wouldn't be possible without our sponsors, so give them a watch, and then we'll be back.
To go.
I want to let you into a little secret. I hate doing paperwork because it means I don't get to spend time with my loved ones. Now, I use Payeca. Payeca makes running a service business super simple. Excuse me. They are a UK-based team who understand the construction industry. Now, you can create interactive quotes with menus, giving your customer the option to spec the install without you having to endlessly requote. I know, right? Now there's a new mobile app which allows you to quote, invoice, and also see any work you have scheduled. So get yourself organised, get Payeca, save yourself some time, and spend more time with your loved ones. Just connect it to your account software like Sage or QuickBooks, and you are good to go. Head over to payeca.com for your no-strings free trial. High five. Boom. Payeca.com. A quick message from our sponsor, Life Audio. Bluetooth speakers. Now, they are doing a installer scheme at the moment. So become a registered installer. Get your free merch. So your Life Audio stickers, your Life Audio pens, beautiful Life Audio t-shirt that I'm too fat to fit in. And to do that, just send an email. And the email will be below and in the show notes. Back to the show.
So we did 6 wholesalers. It was B&Q, Trade Point, we had Screwfix, we had Electrical, which is a local family-run one. We had Power, which is like 2 branches, they're not very big. CEF, and we also had Edmondson's. So
you know my feelings about CEF already.
Everyone knows my feelings. Obviously, I had to pop them on a video, and it's got back to the Stafford branch. Yes.
Did it?
Yes, it did.
So, hold on, let's go no further.
What? Well, I refused to go in there from that video. I thought, but I had to for this video. I wasn't buying anything. I just wanted pricing, and it was funny as we pulled up outside. Me and Adam did a rock paper scissors on video, and I lost hands down, best out of 3. I lost every single hand. I was like, for God's sake. And as we pulled up, the guy that I fell out with, he went out the side entrance to have a fag. He must have had 2 drags and saw me walking towards the entrance. Adam said he threw it and just ran. And he served me, and he was the nicest person you have ever met. Like, couldn't do anything more for me. And I was being polite. I wasn't being shitty. I wasn't being arsey. I wasn't being big-headed. It was like, I just want some price on a few things. Can you help us out? I had a bit of a chat with him backwards and forwards about the regs books and whatnot. Left with that. So we did it everywhere, made sure we went in and did it justice for the video. Like, we didn't just get stuff offline.
Hold on a minute, because for those of you who are new to the show or don't know, about, what was it? I don't know, a month ago, maybe 5 weeks ago, I turned up at Nick's unit to film an episode like up there, and Nick sent Adam to CEF, which is literally like
from 30 meters.
Yeah, not even that. It's right there, and Nick sent him over to go and get, what was it?
4x2 trunking.
Yeah, 4x2 trunking. Adam come back fuming because it was all bent out of shape, and Nick was like, "What have you done to that?" And he's like, "No, it's how it come out." And Nick was like, "How much is that?" And it was
£36, something like that, £37.
£37. And Nick was like, "I ain't having that."
Straight back round there.
And it plastic trunking as well.
Plastic. It was scratched and it was bent. And anyway, so I had I wouldn't say I had a pop at them. I mentioned it on the video, and there was so many stories from people in the comment section saying they just rip off merchants. They're overpriced. I've heard things in the past, and you can't quote me on this because this is just hearsay, where there's quotas to be hit by certain people in there, not just like my branch. I mean, any branches. This could happen not just in CEF or everywhere, where they have certain quotas that got hit. So sometimes 2 items are booked out more than one by accident. This is what I've heard. It could be absolutely false. But anyway, going back from that. So we went around all the wholesalers, and it was really interesting because for exactly the same thing in every single wholesaler, it was 100 meters of 2.5 twin and earth. It was an MK double socket and an MK one gang switch. There's 3 items. And the difference between the cheapest and the most expensive, and this is no more than 2 mile radius.
Wait, hold on.
MK double socket.
Yeah,
MK,
not the newfangled like.
No. Just like a Logic plus one, just a box standard one.
Yeah.
One gang switch.
Yeah.
And 100 meters of 2.5 twin.
Okay.
So, and they were all the same make, same manufacturer. Like everything was.
Guess the price.
Yeah, go on then. This is including VAT. So, what do you think the cheapest one was?
I would say cheapest on that would be around 80 quid.
I've got a little person walking in my room. Yeah. You want to cuddle? Come and sit up here for a minute then. Let's come and talk to Sam.
See, I've just done this with my one.
Yeah. It's because we're doing the podcast a bit early tonight and the kids aren't in bed.
Oh, hello, little one.
Say hi. Wave. Wave. Oh, good girl. It was around the £80 mark for the cheapest. And what do you think? And this is in a 2 mile radius. Why are you looking down my top? A 2 mile radius. What do you think the price jump was to the most expensive?
The first price that comes to my head is £140.
Not far off. £126. It was £39.50 more expensive than the cheapest.
But what was the most what was the biggest fluctuation? I reckon it was a cable, because some might have bought in the cable a couple months before it all went silly.
Yeah, I think it was the cable. Annoyingly on the video, I wish I'd broken it down more. I think in the moment of the video, we just had the bits of paper and I was just reading off the bottom bit. But none of the sockets were more than, I think the most expensive socket was £4.70, which is a lot really. But we went in and I was surprised with B&Q. It was £4.50 for the double socket and it was £2 for the single socket. But the cable wasn't that expensive. And it was the same thing with Screwfix. They were really good.
Do you know why?
Go on.
Screwfix and B&Q are the same thing.
No, I know they're merged companies, but the prices do vary a little bit.
Yeah,
I think because I did this without my TradePoint card. So with my TradePoint card, I don't know where it is, because I'm with NICEIC members get an extra 5% off at TradePoint. My knowledge.
Do we?
I think so. Oh yeah. We'll get into that in a minute. So I think if I'd have gone there, it would have matched quite well with Screwfix. It would have been the same thing. But the most expensive was, and I'll spoil this for the video, you can go watch it still, was my local wholesaler, the family-run one. They only have one wholesaler. So obviously they can't compete massively. But I did ask him afterwards, because they were so, as he gave me the piece of paper, I was like, £126. I was like, Jesus, you're more expensive than CEF. And he was like, well, I can give you a price on your account. And it was the cheapest out of everyone. But it just shows walking off the market, so off the shelf, people they get charged a lot.
So that's the thing. So who was the cheapest?
Cheapest was Screwfix.
Yeah, see, I've heard this. I've heard like for cable, Screwfix have always been quite good.
Yeah.
Because they can buy they can buy all of the cable.
Yeah, masses. I was shocked with Screwfix because Adam did say, I know they're good. He said, I thought they would be very cheap. But I've always thought when people say, I get stuff from Screwfix because it's cheap, I always expect them to be buying lap stuff. That's why it's cheap, because it's tat.
Yeah, no, but they do MK in there as well, don't they?
They do a massive range of stuff. Excuse me, but with the cable, the only reason I don't like it is it comes in them silly cardboard boxes. Have you seen them?
No.
They don't come in drums. They come in. Imagine like cat cable when it comes in boxes.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah,
that,
yeah.
and I just don't get on with it.
Do you know what? It's okay if you've got like a little run or something,
Mm.
but do you know what I find really good for single drums of cable? Like, say you've got a single drum, if you use that super rod thing, it's like it's
Oh, the
like
yellow
it's like black plastic thing, and it goes over it, so you
and
can't
twists.
ruin your drum, and you could just pull it off at will.
Yeah, yeah,
Mate,
yeah.
that's
I think it's yellow to be honest. I think it's well, they might do a different one, but I've seen that. But
that's the business,
we just can't get over how good is it. The Rumper Tech, the thing that you saw me use. You put the drummer cable on it, and it spins round, and it is just
mate.
delicious. It's
You're
such a
welcome, by
time
the way,
saver.
because I introduced you to Rumpotech.
How did you?
Yeah,
Thanks.
yeah, you're right. Thanks.
Thanks.
Um,
So yeah, there was an interesting variation between a 2 mile radius. So people, it'd be interesting to go and do it again if I do a prices on my account to then see the variations of highest to lowest and then comparisons between an account to non-account.
what is your preferred wholesaler that's not expert electrical?
So expert I'm not shouting them out. Expert I use a lot for when we do the big jobs. So when we're doing the rewires, if I've got fuse boards and everything, because I can pre-order stuff online. And the good thing about their stuff is I've done it recently. I've done 15 quotes the other day. So if you any of you guys out there that I want to figure out how to quote things easily, is obviously you've got a rewire, you've got your list of stuff, you've got 25 double sockets, you've got 5 single sockets, you can do the big list. You go on their website and click on it, they have that much of stuff, all the prices are listed including VAT. So it's so simple just to go right, bang, done, right, and you can tot it up or you can add it all to the basket, and then you look at the end and then you've already got your material list done, you know exactly how much it is, and then you just got to add your labor on top. It breaks it down a lot easier. But we've always gone to Electrical, which was the most expensive one, and then recently Power Electrical has opened up in Stafford, so we've been going there as well. But those have always been my two preferred.
See, the thing with wholesalers is a couple of things that you have to take into consideration with them. In my limited experience recently, it's like, is there decent parking? That's got to be a first thing. Is it going to be rammed?
Screwfix is the worst in Stafford for parking.
Is it going to? Are you going to be in there for ages? I hate that. I don't want to spend ages in there. And do they stock what you like to use? They're the three main things, isn't it?
Yeah. I used to have a good thing. So there used to be a Yes Electrical. Sam knows his story in Stafford, and he got shut down for some reasons I'm not going to get into. Because I had a good relationship with them, I could go in, go into the warehouse. I could literally help myself to stuff, box it up, take it to them, and I wouldn't have to sit and wait. They'd go, "What have you got, Nick?" Bang, bang, give them the list, and I'd walk out. It was such a quick exchange to go in and go out, and it was brilliant. But when that shut down, I then went over to Electrical, where I then had to stay my side of the counter, which is obviously everyone else had to. And the process and the agonizing thing of, I just want a couple of double sockets and maybe a fuse board. I could be in there 25 minutes. And it's just me, and they're backwards and forwards.
Faffing.
Oh, this is the thing with CEF. Like
There's
they're
so
the
much faffing.
when I go in and they type it up and then they get the scanner and they scan it and it doesn't work and they do this and do you want to print it off? No, and they'll print it off anyway and they'll rip the 2 sheets and you get a piece of paper this big given to you. You're like, mate, have you not heard of an email?
It's not even that. It's not even that. You go in there and you're like, how many times you? I went to Aaron Ellison the other day because it's right next to my yard. I needed a punch down tool. For some reason, I can't find mine. Punch down tools is what you use for data, Nick.
For what?
Data.
Oh, okay. Oh no, I've got one. Yeah. I've got client tools.
I was actually being a dick.
I thought you meant a punch down tool. You know when you dent the metal to get a pilot
That's
bit.
a hole punch.
Sorry, that's what I thought. Careful. Remember who carries this podcast? Yeah.
Remember when we had a tussle and you was weak as a kitten?
Oh, it's not even getting to it, Sam.
Just so as you know, you be careful. Anyway, right. I went around there. I phoned him up. I was like, "Have you got punch down tool?" "Yeah, we've got one left." "How much is it?" "Oh, it's £13." "All right, sweet." Get round there. All of a sudden, it's £17. But I think that's to do with that. I'm like, sweet. My man stood there for 10 minutes getting me the ticket for it. I was like,
no, I don't
how many buttons do you need to press to sell me this off the shelf?
No. I know. I don't. I really don't understand. I think they have the most complicated till systems in the world. This all wholesalers.
I was like,
So
I was gobsmacked. I was gobsmacked, and I know it's not unique to Aaron Ellison.
no,
I bet you don't even know who they are, do you?
never heard of them in my life.
They're not big, but they're not like CEF big, but they are nationwide.
Right. Okay. No, don't know. Well, it's the first time I'd ever been into Edmondson's. We've got one in Stafford. I've had it for years. Just out of the way. Never been in there, and they're quite expensive as well. So why would you?
I think I don't know. The Edmondson's where I used to live in Croydon was well good. It had a cafe in there and everything. Like it was.
I know
massive.
this one's tiny.
It's massive. It's like had a cafe or like a discounted cafe and that, and they had literally had every tool on display as well.
I know. Well, that's the only thing with CEF in Stafford. It's the only one that has power tools on display. Yes, used to have Bosch all in there, and obviously that was gone.
Where's the one I went to the other day when I was working? Mate, their power tools were ridiculous expensive. Ridiculous. What was it? What's it? Is it Rexel? Yeah, Rexel Ipswich. It was. Mate,
good.
Why are your power tools so expensive? They're like £100 more than they are
Amazon.
online.
Well, this is how good it was when I went and did a day at ITS around their big warehouse with Jimmy from Plumber Parts, and we went into one of their local stores, and they had a power tool room, and it was literally an entire warehouse all stocked with Makita, Bosch, every manufacturer, every mate you can see, floor to ceiling, of stuff that you've never even thought existed. There was like a long drill that literally just had, no word of a lie, a floppy dildo that was like 4 foot long on it. And it's a vibrator. Honestly, it's so funny. But it was for when you pour concrete, you put it in the concrete and it vibrates all the bubbles out.
Okay.
And I literally looked at it, and I looked at Jimmy. I was like, mate, I have not a clue what this is for. And then I pulled the trigger. The guy was like, oh, do you want a battery? I was like, I have to see what happens here. And I was just like, what? But then it makes sense. And then they showed us a little video of people using it. I was like, fair play.
Wonder what I could use that for.
Yeah.
Adam, what? What else was going to say? There is actually a power tool shop down the road from me. I saw it the other day. It's called Goodwin's, and they're a DeWalt stockist.
Yeah, because you're a DeWalt boy, aren't you?
Oh yeah, listen, I used to be all pro DeWalt and stuff, and but at the end of the day, what I've realised is there's not that much difference between any of them. It's just literally something fun to say.
I know.
I couldn't really care less. Like if someone said, "Oh, here, have a Milwaukee kit," I'd be like, "Sweet, I need to upgrade my DeWalt kit anyway." Do you know what I mean? It's an age-old argument, isn't it? Like once you've bought a set and some batteries, you're in now, aren't you?
I think nowadays as well, back in the day with a few different manufacturers, there was a good difference between the longevity of batteries or how robust your tool was. But now, I think most of it, you buy a combi drill of any it does 99% what the other ones do. I think the big difference now is if you were to get a 12 core, amp battery compared to the DeWalt version of I don't know what FlexiVolt stuff, like the drills, they pretty much do the same thing. I think it's all to do with the battery technology now, but that's why they're adding all the smart features now and this and that just to one up each other. Like I'm a Bosch guy through and through. I've had Bosch since I was 12. My first drill, what my dad bought me, and I stay with them ever since. But if you were to give me a Milwaukee drill to try, I'd go, yeah, it's bloody brilliant. Like it does the same thing, it's just different color.
Like honestly, it is exactly that. Like that. Like you feel one of the other drills, and they always feel better than your one, don't they? Like
no, I didn't have that. To be fair, I tried Mike Greenhawk's. He had Milwaukee, and I picked his up, and it was really hard plastic. The handle, and it just. I'm used to the soft grip stuff, and obviously I've held that drill now for 3 years. That particular one, and then holding another one, I was like, this isn't comfortable, and I could really tell.
This is the biggest wind up. Screwfix great for cable. Don't buy tools from Screwfix though. Don't buy power tools from Screwfix.
Why not?
You think they're cheap. You think they're cheap and you think they're good. They're not. I've been stung twice now. Once with a when I say tools, I mean drills.
Yeah.
So you think, well, I buy the brushless, can't go wrong with the brushless. And I know they have different like they might have 30 different combi drills. Do you know what I mean? That DeWalt do. But Screwfix, sell them for like £99 with 4 batteries or
Yeah.
whatever. Like,
Because the
I'm
batteries are all
exaggerating.
1 amps, that's why.
Yeah, and then like you buy the drill and you're like, oh well, it's brushless. How far wrong can you go? Trust me, you can go wrong. My one, if I'm cutting out a plasterboard ceiling, it will just stop. Like it hasn't got enough torque. Like it will reach its torque limit and then just stop. I'm like,
Yeah, but what amp are your batteries?
no, they're like 4 amp hour batteries.
Yeah, no, I would say that's down to your batteries, not your drill itself, to be honest. Because I had the same thing, but the more and more we upgraded the batteries to higher ampage, don't have that problem at all.
It's a drill because I had the drill before that was perfect.
Because,
And then
what, DeWalt, yeah?
yeah.
That's why then.
But like whatever, man. It's a tool for the job. I mean, you use it. Here's another thing.
Hit me.
Screwdrivers. What's your favourite screwdriver at the moment?
I've got NICEIC ones. We've got loads of sets of NICEICs. The thing is, I'm not sure if half of them will come out the same factory, to be honest. I'm probably going to get shouted at by 3 or 4 different manufacturers for this.
You can't.
True. I like the wearer ones. I like the NICEIC ones. The Holfners.
I know the ones you mean.
Yeah, so I
something,
think out of all of the screwdrivers I've had, the Holfners. Yeah, whatever they are.
They're part. I think they're the parent company of Snickers.
Yeah, they are the comfiest screwdriver I have ever owned.
So for me, the old school screwdriver, the first proper set I bought myself.
Weird.
Irazola.
Never heard of them.
Trust me, they're the original. They're the OG screwdrivers. Trust me.
My OG ones were Stanley Fatmax ones. Couldn't go wrong with them. Cheap and cheerful. Box of 7 or 8 of them from what was B&Q back in the day, and 20 quid. And they were brilliant. They lasted for ages. And that's when I was like, actually, I need to invest a little. Because the thing is, I think any of them, the tips just went really rusty. But nowadays, I'm putting them back in the bag and zipping them up. Everything's lasting a bit longer. So
I'm thinking of giving NICEIC a second chance.
Yeah.
They do some bits I just really like. And I really want to see what their ergo strip is like. It's meant to be the
ergo strip's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. You have a lot of flexes or armoreds, it just comes into its own. It's so quick and simple. And it's such a clean cut as well.
Because the thing with flex is so easy to core it, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's so easy.
And tails, because it does all your tails, your flexes, if you don't do plug tops or anything like that, it's brilliant bit of kit. And I've also got the ergo strip version, which does T&E. It's a flatwood version as well. I'll show you when I next time. Yeah, that's pretty handy. It's just good for scoring it down if you want to pull the earth out. It's nice.
But here's the thing. T&E's the easiest thing in the world, isn't it? Like with a set of croppers, not tin snips, not tin snips, not side cutters. Only idiots use side cutters.
Yeah, I agree with
that. So yeah, I'm thinking of giving NICEIC a go. Apparently they don't make those screwdrivers, so I'm going to boy that idea off.
What the screwdrivers I've got? They don't do them.
They don't. Well, they brand screwdrivers. They don't make them. That's not their own IP.
Oh, fair enough. Well, I like them. That's what we use at the moment. Adam and I got sent a kit. Sorry, I've just sat in my chair. Adam and I got sent a set each, and they're still brilliant. Sharp. They haven't bent. We always find it, especially if we're using the 3.5mm terminal, is a few of the makes we've had before. You'll get a lot of bending on the end of the driver, or we'll get a lot of snapping. These ones haven't. Yeah, no issue.
Because I've got the ump with CK at the moment. They're my new one. Have you seen the CK slim ones?
Yeah, the tapered edge versions.
They're so crap.
Oh.
I was trying to tighten up cross-threaded screw the other day, yeah, as you do, and it snapped the screwdriver. I was like, how's that a thing? I actually put a story on my Instagram about it. How do you snap a screwdriver? It's because they've got them tiny little shafts that the insulation goes around. So it's like, it's not got an edge on the insulation. They're so crap.
We had the slimline version of the Weir ones when they came out. And they were, was it the Weha? Whatever it was. It was an old set that I had. And they were tasty to use, especially like you do in RCBA boards when the holes aren't very big to do the terminations of. But yeah, I think if I was to put it now, Holston's or NICEIC, can't really go wrong, to be honest. And like when you get the new NICEIC stuff, just put it in a zippable bag. Just when you finish it, put it in, and it will last so much longer with the rust. Trust me, been there, ruined that many tools because
Do you know what? Do you know what I really miss though? It's the 5-and-1s. I love them.
I gave you a set when you were in my unit.
No, you didn't.
Did I not?
No.
Oh, I gave Nige some.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, I like Nige.
Yeah, no, I love them. They're the best thing. I love them.
I've got like 4 sets of them. When you're here next, I'll give you a set.
It's all right. I've got a set.
You
know.
Did someone hook you up? Did they?
No.
You're what? Yeah. Shh.
Listen, no. What I'm saying is, I'm giving it another shot.
What happened to King Dick?
Here's a story about King Dick.
If you don't know what King Dick is, it's a make of screwdrivers that Sam was talking to.
So what it is, I like to buy British, and I think it's a nice thing to do. And King Dick are a UK manufacturer of spanners. They're the last UK manufacturer of spanners in the UK. They make all types of tools, and they even make VDE tools. And I thought it was a brilliant brand, King Dick. They've been around like 200 years or whatever. They're the last tool manufacturer in the UK. So I phoned them up, and I was like, oh, I'd love to talk to someone about your stuff, and like maybe get you on the show, blah blah blah. They were not interested. Not interested. So
some companies just aren't there yet, to be honest.
So I phoned them back this week. I was like,
do you know who I am? Is that? Please tell me you said that.
No, I would never say that because no one does, because I'm insignificant.
You have said it to me before.
Well, I say it to you because I might be your new dad. But anyway, so I phoned King Dick, and I said to, and I spoke to the guy. Well, I tried to speak to the guy there, but you know when I don't. Well, you probably don't know. When you do sales calls, which it's not really a sales call, but you have what's called a gatekeeper, and it's an idiot receptionist.
Okay.
They're always a bit of a dick, and you've got to get around them to get to the right person. Anyway, I phoned back a couple of times, and she's like, he's in the kitchen. I was like, all right. Like, they just had such a stink attitude getting back to me. And I was like, do you know what? I just really want to know about their screwdrivers. I want to buy a set, but before I go like talking about them, I want to know if they're made in the factory or what this and this is, or are they like bought in or rebranded or what? Like, I just really want to know before I buy them. And I was like, I really appreciate a callback. No call.
Nothing. Oh well. I mean, to be fair, hand on heart, and Sam knows this from starting YouTube, I've never actually rang any company up and said, I like this, can I try it out? I've always let people approach me because especially now. I was doing. No. And it's not criticism on you, because a lot of people seem to think that us influencers just go, oh, I like that. Can I have that for free? And I'll put it on a video. It's like, that doesn't happen at this side. Like, if people want to approach us with stuff, great. And if it's good, we'll put it on the channel. Because I know some people abuse it. I'm not going to name names. People do reach out and go, oh, I like this. Can we try it? Can we have 3 or whatever? And it's...
I've done. Yeah. Listen, cards on the table, I have done before. Yeah. But it's so much just... Here's the thing that a lot of people don't realise about this. And there's so much grief that goes with it. If you do that. If they approach you, you're the A side. If you approach them, they're the A side. Yeah. And then they want like 30 videos. And then they want 30 videos, and they want the rights to the videos, and then there is everywhere, and you're like, I really didn't agree to this. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And it's like, and before you know it, for a set of screwdrivers, they got like a load of content.
Thousands of pounds worth of advertisement out of you for a set of £40 screwdrivers. Yeah, true. It's true. You need to know your worth. If you were to look at it from my point of view now, so most of the videos,
big time.
I'm just trying to be educational for everyone so they can learn. Let's say, generally speaking, most of the videos will hit between 20 and 40,000 views. And Sam taught me this is, if you approach an electrical, let's say an electrical magazine, won't name any, if you want to get any double spread or something, on average, what, £1,000, £2,000 for double spread?
3.
And the rest, we have no idea of the audience that sees it, the numbers, the analytics of this, the age range, the male or female, location, no clickable links or anything. But you could go over to our channel, one of our channels, there's loads of us now, where over 50% are probably Sparkies, local to the UK. We could find out male or female, age ranges, locations in the UK. You can then have a clickable link. You can get all these analytics after 2 weeks that you can feed back to it. And they've got literally a link that they can click directly to buy this. And you can also give people a discount code as well. There's so much information you can get from a YouTube channel or even a website that can promote stuff compared to what is a magazine. We could charge, we don't, but we could charge £2,000 for a video and it'd be completely justified. And you have all this information, all this analytics that you can use for future videos or future sponsorships instead of putting in a magazine. It makes no sense. The old school way is, well, the magazine way is going now really, really quickly.
It's certainly on the decline. I do believe it's on the decline because I think the people that read magazines are starting to like slide out now.
Yeah, because even with the magazines now, they've become online publications. So you've got iPads, you can get the newsletter on your iPad.
The other thing is as well, like, I'm not being funny. Have you ever scrolled through a magazine on your iPad?
No. I don't like reading. I actively don't read because I can't and don't like it. So if it's got pictures, I've always liked looking at the, not naming names, caught on camera pictures in the wholesalers. It's the only thing I've ever looked at, and the book's shut, and that's it. And to be fair, I even like picking up the Screwfix catalog every now and then, just to go through the. I
hope you're not referring to that magazine above your head there, Nick.
What?
Has it still got the picture I put on it?
Yes, it has. Sam decided the other week when he was in the office that he drew a dick going into my mouth in shock. Oh, Sam, I've not shown you. I don't know if I'm going to be allowed to show this on YouTube. My other half bought me this for my 30th birthday present because I've got everything and she has no idea what to buy me. No one did.
Please tell me it's a sword. Yeah.
Look at this. It's like proper, like engraved and everything. And it's super sharp.
What are you going to use it for? Nothing.
Zombies.
But it's just good to have, though, isn't it?
Yeah, like she bought it. It's engraved with my name and everything. My birthday, like 30th birthday and whatnot. But I'm like you. I've always liked swords and axes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But obviously, I just don't have them around the house because we've got kids. I would have no reason to have them, to be honest. And I think if someone broke into my house, then the temptation of this being here is quite bad now. But yeah, no, I just like it. And she just saw it and was like, well, he has everything else. He doesn't have a cool axe. I'll get him a cool axe. So let us know, to you, like, if everyone listening and watching, put it down in the comments below. What's like the odd thing that you have in your house that you've been bought because you already have everything else? Sam's is probably that inflatable butt plug you showed. I mean, no, God, I shouldn't have said that out loud.
So I haven't got everything, but the thing is, you get to this age now. You get to this age where it's like, don't buy me nothing because whatever I really want is like probably a couple of grand.
Yeah.
Like, are you going to buy me a jet ski? No. Are you going to buy me a new motorbike? No. Are you going to buy me a truck? No. Then I'm good. Don't bother me with your inane requests. Do you want a t-shirt? Nah, bitch, I don't want a t-shirt. Yeah, I'm wearing a limited edition Le Spark t-shirt. Don't worry about your super dry t-shirts.
What are you drinking? Is that apple juice or moonshine?
Moonshine.
Oh, I'm on the
That's honey bourbon. For full disclosure, it is Friday night.
Oh, it is, yeah. Yeah, I'm about to go cinema in a little bit. I said earlier to Sam.
Yeah. Well,
hence why I did the podcast a bit earlier. It's still light outside.
Yeah, no, do you know what? It's been a really hard week. And we haven't really see, this is the thing with Nick. He pretends he's really busy all the time. And he's been really ill. Oh, my fanny. So he's just been like really hard to get hold of. And last week I had to bring on Mark.
Shout out to Mark. Well done, mate. Thank you.
Big shout out to Mark. He had to step in for old Nico. But I feel like we've done this week, mate.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I'm back at it. I'm happy. I'm enjoying it. I'm loving life again. And to be fair, if we want to touch on what happened last week, I think it's good for everyone to listen to it and hear from it. I had a bit of a head wobble, didn't I? Spoke to you about it. Just stressed, to be honest. Why are you laughing?
Because, like, it's just funny.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's me opening up, being honest. And you go, Nick said,
well, it's dumb though, isn't it? It's dumb because it's only stress of your own making. First of all,
well, yes and no.
Lazy. You get lazy.
You're going to get crucified in the comments for this. No.
Yes, you do, Nick. This is what you do.
It's not the fact I don't get
lazy. Hold on. I phone up Nick. It's about 2:00 on a Wednesday afternoon. What are you doing? Just got home, mate. And I'm like, why? Well, customer blew out. So I said, Adam, shall we go home? And bum. And like, you're so happy to be home.
I can't say that. You just can't say that.
Why not?
Because he's my apprentice. That's vile. You can't say things like that.
But anyway, you are home a lot earlier, and then you get home and you end up like fannying about and doing other things when you should, if you're finishing early, should be doing paperwork. And then you've let it all mount up because you've been having a you time. Like my wife said, oh, I need some me time. Shut up, mate. You get it all day long. And then you had a wobble at the end of last week. So you was ill for a couple of days.
And my back hurt because I was sat down.
And then you went in like you went all dark on me. I was like, Nick, are you actually dead? Continue.
Right. I don't want anything above my head. Yes and no. Yeah, half of that is true. I let loads of stuff go. The problem is, I need to say this honestly to everyone, because someone said it to me the other day, said, I don't know how you manage to do the business, add on kids, everything, and YouTube and blah, blah, blah. I said, no, you've got time for it. Like, what you do is amazing. Well done. I said, well, realistically, I don't do everything. I do everything by myself. I don't export it out to anyone. But the problem is things suffer because of YouTube, or YouTube suffers because of other things. But I've tried not to let YouTube slip at all, because I've got a good thing going and I'm enjoying it. But when they say to me, oh, I don't know how you've got time of the day to be a father, like a good dad as well, like make sure I see the kids and spend time with them, not just be present. But when I do stuff, paperwork either suffers. If I'm editing videos, like I'll just go, I'll do it tomorrow. And then all of a sudden it's a week later and I haven't done it. And you have to sacrifice things, because I really don't have the hours in the day, or when I'm at work, or like get stressed or this and that. And we've had recently a few jobs that have just gone absolutely sideways, where customers have been messed around by the builders, or we've been messed around by the builders. Like we went around the other day to Second Fix, turned up, and there was a concrete lorry out the front pouring concrete into the extension. We were like, we come to do the lights. It's like, no, we're here first. It's like, that's 3/4 of the day gone, because we planned to do all this stuff in, and I hadn't got anything booked up and planned up. So we went and just came home and played on the Xbox.
There you go.
No, this was beginning of this week, so I was fine anyway. But yeah, what I'm saying to everyone is, things do get on top of you, and I'm the worst person for it. When it happens, I don't straight away go, oh, I can see the signs, I need to do this, this, and this. I then just, like Sam knows, I shut the world off. I stop answering the phone. I stop replying to emails and stop doing this, and then it just mounts up more in the background, which then 2 days down the line, it just makes you even worse. So just take a word of advice from me, who's been there several times. Just, if you see things happening and you think, oh, I can't bother today, just try and make sure you do it the next day, or at least make a list of stuff that you need to do that you can tick off, and that will make you feel a bit better.
That's my biggest thing. So when I was managing these jobs, doing the medical equipment, it was so stressful sometimes that the only way you can get all the things you need to do in a day out of your head was to bang a list out.
Yeah.
And I mean, I might sit there for 2 hours doing lists, like lists for the mechanical, lists for the electrical, lists for the, like the whole thing, all the things that need to be prepped, and then I'd do a list of how to do them in order and stuff like that. And once the list's out of your head, you can relax. You're like, right, okay, now let's get some easy wins. Go and do some of the easy bits off the list.
Tick them off.
Scratch. And then all of a sudden, you're gaining momentum with these little decisions, and bam, you're halfway through the list. You're like, wow, this is going all right.
Yeah, and then you're getting a sense of accomplishment at the end of the day, because you've completed tasks, which then makes you more driven for the next day to carry on doing it.
Then you get in the next day and you're like, right, well, I've got 4 left over from yesterday. We'll get them banged out, and then we'll start this one. Boom, laughing.
Yeah.
And what I try not to do is, You know when you've got something on the list and you can't quite do it, but you cross it off anyway?
No, you
I don't do
never,
that.
ever
You're
cross it
cheating
off.
yourself.
Yeah.
Cheating yourself. Never
They
cross
do a
out
half
something
check.
that's not 100% complete and done. Finished, done.
Right.
Now, you use a piece of software.
And you use a different piece of software.
Well, I'm trialing it, so I don't have a lot of work on at the moment. I started subbing again, but I'm trying to build up things slowly. I'm a bit restricted in what I can do because I haven't got my NICEIC fully sorted out yet. I can't sign off work yet until got me 18th and stuff like that. So we're a couple of weeks away from all them things being in place to be able to do the NICEIC stuff properly.
Yep.
So I'm doing low hanging fruit, like changing light fittings and stuff like that. But going into it, I know that you've really praised having a piece of software to do what you do.
Yeah.
And I know Wheels Electrical really likes his bit of software. It really makes it's really changed. I don't know what's happened. It's really changed the way he.
Pint of that you drank.
It's not. I had a little bit left in there. It goes into a jar. And I had a little bit in there, and I just thought, well, I'll sup on that. Anyway, Wills has a he's really praises his bit of software, and I
Is
think
it different to yours and mine?
no. So
Same
you
as
use
mine?
Tradify.
I use Trade. Yeah, we might as well say it. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I don't know why it was. I don't like to say it.
The thing is, everyone needs to understand as well. The podcast for Sam is sponsored by the company he's using. I'm obviously sponsored by Tradify on my channel. So we've got a bit of a cross thing here where Sam can praise and talk about his. I will be completely mute because I have no idea about it, but I can then talk about mine. This is the thing we're in at the moment. So everyone's on the same boat.
Yes. So Payeca approached me, obviously, and and I had a look at it, and mate, it's phenomenal. It's on another level. They're UK based, and they're brilliant team. Everything's brilliant. So I'm having a look at it now, and the stuff these bits of software can do, and I'm talking generally, like we are sponsored by Payeca, but I've looked at both softwares. I've looked at them all, and
You are sponsored by Payeca.
I am. Yeah,
I am not. Okay.
And Nick can't be. He's not allowed. I am. And I think it's really. I think it's just going to save so much time.
It does. And this is taken out of whoever software it is, going from paper to digital. And I've said this on the video that's come out tonight, which is aired tonight, which is last Thursday to you guys, is one of the key things that you should now have is creating a customer database. So name, address, phone numbers, email address, previous quotations, previous invoices, you have that built up now forever. So if you ever need to go back, search a job out for when your guarantee or your warranty ended, you can see when that job was completed. Doing the invoices and quotes, once you've made that customer database, is transferring it from a quote to an invoice to emailing it off. It's so quick and easy and seamless because you already have all the information in there. It takes a couple of minutes to set up each customer. Not even that. If you were to have all the information written down, you could do it in 40 seconds, all of it. And once that's in, you're laughing.
This is a whole thing. And like we're still in early stages of this software, I would say. Like probably in the first 10 years of it, if you like. Imagine what it's going to be like in another 10 years' time. The way tech and like software evolves. It's gonna be like invaluable to have it. So go to payeca.com and check out their free trial there. It's well worth it. It's better than Tradify. And yeah.
Can't say that. Can't say that because you've never used Tradify and I've never used Payeca.
Payeca.
Yeah, I said it wrong on purpose.
Oh, okay. No, but listen, end of the day, what we're trying to say is, from my limited experience and Nick's in-depth experience, having a bit of software that can take the edge off your day. Yeah. Right. Nick, go and enjoy the cinema. I'm going to go and enjoy laying on my sofa watching the last season of 24. I watched it all again.
Have you?
Mate, It's so good.
We've just finished Suits. I'm sorry, there's one season left of Suits, and I can't watch it anymore because Mike and Rachel aren't in it. I'm like, I'm bored of it now, whatever.
And also, Suits gets so dry and so samey.
It does get very repetitive.
Oh, there's certain points where you could literally not tell what episode you're watching because the storyline is identical.
Duplicate. One thing before we go, I have started watching again is Bear Grylls The Island. Oh, I forgot how much I love the program. There's 2 new seasons at the moment on Netflix. I think it's 5 and 6.
Is there?
Mate, really, really good.
Where they have like a community go on the island, then.
Yeah, so the season 5 is old versus young. So everyone around 60-ish, and then everyone between 19 to 30. And they have 2 separate bits of the island. They try and merge, and they don't. Whatever.
Oh, I want to watch that.
Another one where they get dropped down, and every 2 days, like 30K in cash gets dropped down in parachutes. So you can either work as a team, or you can run off and then get it and hide it and keep it to himself. Really good. I mean, I'm sat there in time going, I wouldn't make a fire like that. I wouldn't do the den like that.
When's the last time you made a fire, bro?
Without
petrol.
I spoke about it that much to my other half. I had her ear off, and she was just like, just apply. Please just apply and leave us alone for a month and go and build a fire. I was like, yeah, well, yeah, I will.
Do you know what? I actually bought once. You know the flint and the scraper to make fires. Why I bought that, I don't know. It's only like £3, but
Did you ever do it? Did you ever light fire?
No, because I've got petrol. I throw petrol on it, or white spirit, or anything, or even some strong moonshine, and it goes up. And then you just sit there and watch it. How enjoyable is watching a fire, though?
Very. Except when the smoke goes in your eye, then it's like, I regret all my decisions.
We did that the other day. Me and Amanda and Harper were sitting there looking at the fire, and it's all brilliant. It's like, Harper's like, whoa, fire. And then the wind turned, blew it in our face, and it stung my eyes back.
It's horrible, isn't it?
We
had it the other week. My mum bought me a fire pit for my birthday, and one of the garden ones with the metal around it. And we lit it. As soon as we sat down, all the wind did was just blow in our faces. For about 10 minutes, I thought, it'll go in a second. And then we moved, and it followed us again. I thought, that's it, I'm done, I'm going inside.
But the thing is, like, Sophie, your wife, had to wash her hair because all she
because it stinks of smoke.
Stinks of smoke. You have to have a shower, wash your hair, wash all your clothes, the whole thing. You've got to get changed, otherwise you reek. And and
I left the bedroom windows open as well, didn't I? Like a dick.
Oh, decent. And all you can smell is fire. Yeah, brilliant.
For 4 days, yes.
Yeah.
Well, that brings the end of this podcast, guys.
Yes, mate. Honey Club, we're out.
Bye-bye.